In this episode of RGN Interviews in Lockdown, I'm talking to Midnight Sun Mining President and CEO Al Fabbro. So Al, the big news for the company in the last year has been the joint venture and earn-in agreement with Rio Tinto for the Solwezi licenses in Zambia. So how did this deal really come about, and how transformational will it prove to be?
Well, we've been working in Solwezi for the past 7 or 8 years. It's a large block of land, about 500 square kilometers, and it's mostly undercover, so you don't get much outcrop. I've got very fortunate drilling geophysical or geochemical targets, but what we had problems with was continuity in the mineralization. We would get hit, we think we have the structures figured out, and then we'd get misses where we thought we'd get hits, and then we'd get hits where we thought we'd misses. So a lot of structural geology wasn't evident to us. So we decided to fly a VTEM survey and try and see what was going on. And it explained a lot of the reasons why we were getting hits where we got hits and misses where we got misses. But by the time we did that, we were out of money, and the stock was in the ash can. It was under 10 cents, and we had to make a decision whether to dilute the project or to dilute the shareholdings. And Rio Tinto had made us 3 or 4 offers in the past to do a deal because they really liked our geology, but none of them was sufficient in my eyes to do a deal. And we sat down at PDAC 2 years ago, and they said, write us a deal that you think we can live with and that you can sell to your shareholders. So I wrote them a deal, and it's basically the deal we did. We had to tweak it a little bit, but we went to London in May of that year, hammered out all the little details of it. And mostly I had to get comfortable with their exploration philosophy. Why were they dealing with Midnight Sun? Why did they want this project, et cetera, et cetera. And they came back and they said, basically, we think you have 3 shots to host a Rio Tinto sized deposit. And that was good enough for me. And so we decided to make the transition from doing it ourselves and diluting the company with raising lots of money to going back to Rio. They would make sufficient expenditures before they earned any interest. So they have to spend almost $20 million US before they earn a single interest in the property. And by that time, we'll know if we have a Rio Tinto sized deposit or not. You know, the fill in and the feasibility work notwithstanding, the early money tells you if you got something worth chasing. And so far, we're really happy with the relationship, and we think that they've done enough structural geology to figure out what's going on underneath this cover, and hopefully this program will bear fruit.